Hi, Claire Williamson here. How are you going? Hope you're having a great Thursday. Yes, I am still wearing my Warrior t-shirt, and no, I didn't wash it. So there. I love it. I just love it. What I want to talk about today is something that I know a lot about, right? And one of the reasons I do what I do as a coach is because I just have this burning desire to help people, especially when I see them in places where I was. I talked yesterday about the only price that you'll pay for your new life is your old life. So that really tugs on a heartstring for me because my old life, in inverted commas, was not aligned to my soul goal. And so what I do with people is really try and find out what that soul goal is, create the vision of a life where you're living aligned to it, and then help you get there, right, with tools and a plan. And so that's why I do what I do. And I especially see people where I was, and I want to help people. And one of the things that I used to do a lot is shrink myself to fit in the world where I was, right? So I would dampen down certain qualities about myself, and I would put dreams in boxes because I didn't believe that they could be possible for me. One of the things I used to do so much is hold back my voice. And I'd think something and I'd have an opinion and I'd know something or feel like something was really important to say out loud, and I would always hold back. And so when I went to Florida in May to do the reality show, that literally sunk me, right? Because I was in this situation where I was required to have a voice and I had no voice. And it didn't serve me. So I came out of that situation really asking myself, why was I silent? And what came up for me was this feeling of shame that I've brought with me through quite a lot of my life, which goes back to childhood, and then I guess got worse as I grew up. So it was this feeling of shame for being who I was. But the Play to Win reality show was almost a clearing of that because I connected it with it, right? And this is what I see with my clients. When I dig with them to find out the feeling that's holding them back and they connect with it and they feel it, they can then get over it and they move forward. It's when we're doing everything apart from kind of going in that we get stuck, right? We're not connecting with the feeling that is holding us back. So the Play to Win reality show was like this clearing where I came out and I was like, I have a voice and I have to use it. And so that is what I've been doing since I came back, getting on here, doing Facebook Lives, going on this mission with my book, which, by the way, I'm not going to reveal now. I'm going to save that. And so I'm not shrinking anymore to fit my world. And so there's this saying that I say to myself and out loud to others a lot now, that yes, we create our reality through our thoughts. And a lot of the personal development gurus, they use this as a good thing, right? Control this big old grey matter up here and you control your world. But the thing is that this grey matter has so much control over us because every single experience that we've been through in our life gets catalogued away in it and gets filed away. And so that feeling of shame, that triggers our brain, my brain, to go back in through all of those experiences, create the thoughts in my mind that hold me back from putting myself into any sort of situation where I'm going to feel that shame again. And I guarantee whatever feeling that you feel, it's the same as happening, right? So if you're feeling an unworthiness and you go to take an opportunity, then that feeling of not being worthy of it is going to seek back through your brain supercomputer and pull out all the reasons why you shouldn't go after that opportunity. And that's those thoughts. So yes, your thoughts are creating your reality, which is actually a box, right? It is a box and you're within the box and the walls are your limits of what you believe is possible for yourself. So you shrink to that. You shrink the dreams, you shrink the vision, you shrink the activity. and it ends up holding you back. So what I've started to say is, yes, we create our reality through our thoughts, but we exist in our truth through our hearts, right? So that's that soul goal, getting to the bottom of what that soul goal is, and then creating the vision of what that looks like. And so if I could give you any sort of a tip today, it is... Oh, got a phone call. Who knew that cut your live off? Terry, I'll call you back. What was I saying? Yeah, if I could give you any piece of advice, like the soul goal is hard, right? The soul goal is hard to put a finger on, but the way I do it with clients, the way I start to get them there to understand what their soul goal is to get them to keep a joy GPS. We call it the joy GPS because when you're doing those things that align with your soul, this little buzzer goes off and you feel fucking great, right? You feel on top of the world, you feel in flow. It doesn't matter, like you don't have to eat, you don't have to rest, you're just feeling awesome. And so we keep a little diary of these things. We journal them to notice when that little buzzer is going off. So I call it a GPS because when you're going the wrong way, it goes recalculating. But this is the opposite, right? You're going in the right direction. It's that screaming from your soul when you're doing those things that are aligned. So we keep a joy GPS journal to identify those things that literally switch they make your fire burn. And that is how we get you closer to understanding what your soul goal is. And then we can start looking at the vision of your life when that soul goal is being actualized every single day of your life. And it's phenomenal. But what you can do as a takeaway from this is some vision activities. So, taking some time, lying yourself down, getting yourself comfortable, doing some breathing, and then just letting your mind see where you want to be. And this is tricky, right? Because that box, those limits, those upper limits, those walls, they cave in and they only allow you to imagine what you believe is possible. But there are ways that we can bust out through that, right? And start imagining the impossible. And this is what I've been doing with my 2020 course this month, is using journaling and visualization techniques, giving the clients those techniques so that they can actually start to raise the roof on their vision, right? Really think bigger than they ever thought was possible, because the life that your soul sees for you is so much greater than your mind could ever imagine. And there's techniques to get out of those limits, to get outside the walls of that box, right? So what I'm doing on the weekend is coming together with the 2020 clients and having our group coaching session where I'm going to help them to continue this journey of thinking bigger and seeing bigger, and build on the fact that they've been doing these visualization techniques and the journaling techniques all the way through this month. So I'm really excited about this coaching, and I'd really like to open the doors to anyone who feels that this would be useful, or if you want to just have like a sneak peek at what I do and how it could help you in terms of taking yourself forward. So if it's of interest to you, then please reach out to me by messenger and I will connect you to the group coaching. And if you're keen to have a look at 2020 as well, this is such it's a growing idea of mine. My vision is ultimately to have daily trainings. So a Facebook group where we have daily trainings, and it's like daily coaching to always be holding that mirror up on your life and showing you things from another perspective so that you can make different decisions that take you forward. Because this grey matter is in control, right? Those thoughts are in control. And what we want is for this to be in control and for us to feel stuff and just damn well do it instead of thinking about it, second guessing it, overthinking it, and not doing it all, holding ourselves back. So if you're curious about 2020, like I say, the vision of it is big. At the moment, it's an online platform where you can get constant tools for your inner growth, and they change on a monthly basis. So like I say, this month has all been about visualization techniques and really dreaming the impossible, imagining the impossible, and getting away from that conditioning of your past experiences that tells you you can't. So if you're interested in taking a look at that, reach out to me too by messenger. I'm going to run and pick my kiddies up. I hope you have a beautiful rest of Thursday, and I promise I'll change my t-shirt tomorrow. Okay,